All right, guys, what's up? What's up? Pastor is late indeed today. So let me write up the watch list here quickly. SMFL. Yeah, I do apologize for coming in a little late. Today is one of those days I kind of let the time go. Let's say I lost track of time, which is, it is unacceptable. Because I was up since 7 a.m. here today. Big slacking. But coming into the open, we will be making sure to shore up MNTS and then KTRA. MNTS, KTRA. For those of you on YouTube, be sure to take a look at that disclaimer screen. Understand that day trading is, of course, risky business. Risky business indeed. So take it slow. We got to trade to the best of our abilities out there. It's about discipline. It's not about rushing and being fast, but, taking it easy over time and becoming competent and experienced before putting out a lot of risk. So the main stock that I'm watching is SMFL. It's around $7. I am watching STSS, cheaper stock. My share size is set as usual. I'll be starting off small and then getting more aggressive as we go throughout the day. It's Friday. Oh no, it's Thursday. Looking forward to a green day here, trying to end out the month strong. We'll see what we get. STSS and SMFL, my top two stocks. What will we get? STSS, I'm very interested in, of course, being that the cheaper stocks are also moving a ton. High of 28, low of 7 for SMFL. I take the dip there. It's a good trade. 28 for the highs. Can we continue to hold and push higher? There is a seller up here at 30 of about 30,000 SMFL. I want to protect this 390, so I'm going to size back down. 1,000 size. STSS possible dip. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a monster trade. Can I hold this? I'm going to miss this break of 30. I should have sold both. I'm holding one. Oh my gosh. It's never good for me to trade two stocks. 40, 50. I made 500 on the other one, so it's not bad. I'm going to miss out this move here, though. Break of the pre-market high, not quite. We'll break of this level. We're rejecting. Can we hold up? Terrible fill there, 47. SMFL has range. It's moving well. We got a high of 60. Taking this dip. Can we see a quick bounce? If not, it might continue lower. Cutting it. Looks like I got a bit of a bad fill, and it's all the way back down. STSS, I'm long at 69 cents. It bounces all the way to 75. And I had 14,000 shares, but I only sold half, thinking it would continue. So I sold the second half only for 1 cent of gain. ONMD. ONMD is moving up a little bit. ONMD. This is the stock that I also had on watch 2 days ago with Lucy. So ONMD right now is moving up a little bit. SMFL, that dip, I think I got a higher fill. Oh my gosh, 25. I bought it. I thought I bought it 17, so 25 is kind of high. But at least I'm out at 15. It went all the way down to like 680. STSS is at the lows. SMFL is at the lows. There's a small bid here for ONMD. ONMD. There's 89. There's 94. Today is going to be a day I do use size. Especially if I can see stocks holding up. There's 94 ONMD. Can we see a move on ONMD? Continuation stock. A little bit of chop here around 92, 93. I got too aggressive and I gave back. I don't know how much I was up, but I made something off of the bounce at 80. Took 4,000 shares, 93. Went back to flat. So perhaps a little too much aggression, too quick. We need to get over 95 for potential break of 3. There's a lot of green printing, but we're not really opening up. Hopefully it's not like a sporadic random move, because if it is, I'll miss it. Okay, there's 5. Can we hold? Too much chop. Let me wait. Let me wait. In case it comes down. Back over 5, I'll get back in. There's 4. There's a 25,000 share seller at 5. It's just too choppy. Too many trades. I don't want to take too many trades in the area, you know? Because usually on a good day, it's one trade and the stock is already up. But it is strong, and I'm going to keep watching at it. The daily chart looks good. We had the daily candle make the new high. We need to get over 322. There's room to 322, and then even more room on the daily. Especially being that the other two are selling off. ONMD, the one that I'm watching right now. Perhaps could have been out of that a little sooner, but okay, cool. It's alright. It's alright. We'll see how it does over time. I just want to position myself because once we get up to 22, the daily chart can open up. There's 10. gosh, they gave me the highest fill, man. Sons of guns. Remember, 22 is a big level. If we get over 22 at ease, it should be good for us. Okay, no problem. Waiting patiently. What I need is big size and regular size. Trying to get my base back to 25. Hold up, waiting. It's having some trouble. Don't like that I don't have a small cushion. I should have had a small cushion already, so I gotta be careful. If not, I'll end up going red. I'm gonna look away right there at the wrong time to fix the chart, and I missed that dip. All good in the neighborhood. All good. All good. Okay, cool. What was that? 02? I'm in at 11. Not good. That one is for the YouTube audience. I'm trying to adjust the charting down there so that it shows on the screen. 07, 06, 04. Sorry, sometimes that charting is just out of frame for so long is because I don't want to move. So we'll see if it gives another chance here. The 1 minute candle to make the new highs back over 25, 20, what's that, 20? It's a bit of fumbling so far. I'll be patient though, I'll be patient. I need to be accurate. So even if I have to miss a trade or two here to be in an area where I'm comfortable being in, that's what it needs to be. Wasn't as aggressive down there because wasn't sure if we were going to break down. It might break down a little bit. It's hard to say for sure though. These stocks are always tricky. There's a 17,000 share bid. This should be interesting here. There was a 30,000 share bid there again. So we're seeing some buyers down here. The 1 minute candle did make the new high, but it's okay. It seems like it might be having some trouble. Can we see over 17? Where are those bulls? KB. Is KB in the building? $25 for the highs. Okay, B, tell him talk to us nicely for break of 22. Can we see it? Which way is it going to be? Up or down? It's lingering. Why? We should be at 35. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where are those bulls? Can we push through? There's a hidden seller at 30. We should have went through like butter. Hot knife going through butter. Can we see? Can we try again? I'll let it go here. I might miss a move, but I think I'll let it go. I would have already wanted us above the level, so I want to be careful here. And if I get a chance to size up, I will, but not yet. I don't think yet. I'm waiting. There's 30 again. We did get through. It's kind of holding, so I'll try. But back down a bit. Taking the dip. The dip is not bouncing. I'm trying again. I want to see 25 out of this if it's any good. As long as it doesn't flush down out of nowhere. Sold too soon there. Scratch trades. The 5-minute candle is gonna, what time? It's gonna close as like a bit of a doji. So we had a lot of selling there, which is gonna create some indecision. I'm gonna size down to 1500. Sizing down to make sure that this is still good. So far, we're seeing it holding up a little bit here, around 305. Will we continue to hold up though? 01. No bounce. Okay, there's a small bounce. We don't want this stock to fail miserably. And how's the others doing? SFML, quick look. No good. STSS, no good. What about the other cheaper ones? MNTS, no good. And then KTRA. KTRA did give a move, but also looking like backside. It's interesting that this stock and Lucy both curled up. It's definitely struggling here though. Easing off, easing off. We have 4 red candles in a row. The 5-minute chart does look good though. Can't lie. And we're around the VWAP area, so maybe I give it one more shot. We did see support here earlier. Maybe I probably, if I can, I'll get in and give it a chance. Put a stop in. If I can. If not, to the depths. There's 3. The low is 93 double bottom for now. For those of you guys watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Lucy. Oh, Lucy again, man. I tell you, this thing just doesn't. I'll watch it. It just doesn't stop. It's almost like well, I'm forgetting the symbol. Forgetting that symbol. Lucy's on a nice wedge. A nice yeah, we're wedging. Sideways consolidation. Flag. We'll see if it makes the new high. Over 06. I'm gonna miss the dip. See, this is the thing with watching too many stocks, man. I could have already been in on this dip here at 90. 90 area. It's back up to 04, and we're seeing higher lows. So this could be a good sign. Tight stop here. Can we continue to see higher lows into the new 1-minute candle, which is 35 seconds away? So far, that's what we're seeing. The selling pressure isn't coming in yet. The high is at 03. If this holds up over 03, I'll add. But we'll see if that happens. If not, all good in the neighborhood. Watching to add. If this is good here. Now can we see 6, 7? There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. Come on. KB. 7. Small trade. Small trade. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I didn't get 94, but at least I caught something. I'll take a couple cents. If it comes back and we can hold, I'll try again. Now it needs to get over 08 and then over 10. And if we do that with high volume, we can maybe start to see 15 and 20. Not quite. Okay, watching it, Lucy. Is it getting ready? Can I see Lucy over 04 for the long? And look at how the bids are coming down, so I can lose a lot here. There's a lot of downside risk on Lucy. Lucy has downside risk. A ton. So maybe I do small size. Come on, Lucy. Chose 10. Only 38 bucks for 10,000 shares? Come on. Do I try again? No. Lucy not quite giving the move. We did have volume on that candlestick, but a little bit of a rejection there for Lucy. Nice setup. Awful. This is my fault. This is not the fill. This is me. Can I get out on the ask, please? Spare me. Spare me this one time. I'll take the loss. Alright, enough of watching Lucy. Trading is this thing, man. And I'm still trading Lucy. See, I'm asking for trouble here. 8. Can we get over 10 for Lucy? The setup does look good, but it's not good for me to watch two stocks at the same time. ONMD over 10. I mean, it's been holding up well here at the VWAP. I think it's the better one to watch. So I'm going to lock in. Can we see back over 5 here? Okay. FFIE. Okay, maybe time for FFIE. How's it looking? Holy smokes. What we have to do is be able to clone ourselves 10 times so we can watch all 10 different hot stocks. FFIE mooning, and I'm nowhere to be seen. Alright, where are we at? And is there a good entry? It's pulling back. I'm gonna throw out an order here just to get my feet wet. Will this dip hold up? Trying again. Okay, 72. Alright, alright. Okay. FFIE. FFIE. It's coming down a bit. So we're seeing a 5-minute pullback, perhaps. Could be a 1-minute pullback too. I'm gonna stick to small size for now. That was a good dip. Had no reason to not be in there. Not good. Gotta take every single trade that I see that makes sense. So watching with small size. I do have big size ready in case I need it. Am I early? Yes, I am. 10, 16, 57, 50. Okay. We should not keep dipping. Should get a bounce here at some point. I want to see 67. There's 66. The fills are kind of laggy. Just a little bit. I gotta use some size though. I gotta use size if I want to do anything here. 58 bucks is not gonna cut it. So I gotta use size. Perhaps like 10,000 shares. Base size. This is good so far. I think it looks pretty healthy. I think it looks pretty good. The candle has 2 minutes, a minute and 20 seconds. It's aggressive red to green, all things considered. I need to be patient. $50. Not awful, but not great. I'm gonna swipe this thing all the way here. I need to see these other orders so I can make quicker decisions. Especially if I'm going to be using 10,000 size. Right? This is where hotkeys does come into play on a stock like this, where you have to be using these huge numbers. Or at least where I have to be using these huge numbers, right? I always speak in this plural, which is not good. Singular. Oh, no. No, not good. 65. Am I so fortunate to get the ask here? Letting the order sit for a little bit. And I'm not. That's going to be a scratch trade. Sometimes you just got to mark it out. Aggressive entry here. Probably could have held that because we're looking a little promising here. Wall of sellers. The spread is fairly tight, which I do like. The spread is fairly tight, so maybe just fully market, not not needing limit orders every time is good. So that's a good sign for when I do use bigger size, and I will here soon when the time is right. We're still seeing a wall at 68. Can we get through? Oh my gosh. Hidden sellers? I'll let it go in case we reject this level. FFIE, 240 million shares of volume. I want to have an efficient day on this one, not 10 million shares only for $1,000. I gotta be careful. Too soon. I'm early. Holy crap, not this garbage. Oh, brother. I'm early. I was early there. I'm gonna get back in. I'm gonna try to. Right here. Taking it. Can we see 61? Can I see 61? 62, 62, 63. Come on, talk to me nicely here. 61. Now 62. Now 62. 62. Bro, these stupid things, man. confirmation keeps coming up. Am I selling too quickly? Is the order too big? I can't get a chance to read it because, you know, I got to get out of the trade. The stock is tanking. Lucy, by the way, I wonder, I don't know. I don't know if this is backside. I think I might try this again. It could be backside though. It could be 56. Am I delusional trading this here? Or is this a good dip? Come on, 60. Show me 61. 62. We should be having a massive bounce here. But of course, that's not guaranteed. So still taking small gains, even though I might miss out on a bigger move. Oh, there's 61, 50. Son of a gun. Oh, there's 62. Okay, okay, I sold too soon. Well, I didn't follow my instinct all the way. That's not great, but I'll take what I got and smile. 63.50. Okay, that's a good bounce. And I think, to be honest, I think the stock is bullish. I think the stock is still bullish, but we got to position ourselves, right? There might still be opportunities. Yeah, 65, 63, 50, 64. It's looking pretty good. The 5-minute candle to make the new high is at 66 area. So we're right there if this keeps going. But it's possible it might need a pullback before it continues. So I'll be waiting patiently here. And I'm wondering if I should, I'm going to increase my size. We do have a small cushion. The stock has proven that it's not giving massive drops. I think today is the day to go where I've never been before. 18,000 base size. But I need to be accurate with this size or I'll go right to red. KB, it's today the day, KB. It's today that day. It's today that day. $20,000 size. 20,000 size. Big size. Big size is gonna be 50,000. I might add back here. It could be early though. Am I early? Maybe. So willing to re-average if I need to. Actually, no. This is with way too much size. Hold up. Forgot I just increased the shares. Okay. $61.60. Not great, but okay. Damn, look at how the orders are filling. This is awful. Okay, this is too much size, I think. What did I just have? 16? 16 was much more smooth. Not 160, 16. 16. It's kind of having trouble though. Will we retest the lows or are we good? Will we retest the lows or are we good? The low right there was 60. We're seeing a small green candle, seeing some life. The 5-minute candle is going to close in 1 minute. It's important for us to close around 64 here on this candle. That way we get a nice bullish green candle on the 5. And then we can stand a good chance of curling back up. And this is good, 63.40. So I should have been in already down there at 60, but maybe got a little too analysis paralysis there, deer in the headlights. Not sure if we would have kept going lower or if we were done dropping. So I could go back in for the breakout. Higher low. But this candle's coming down and there's 15 seconds left. How's the 3-minute chart looking? It's looking decent, to be honest. So there might be a chance we can get through 64. There's a bit is too small. 64. I can try for 65, but see, I can like I think I'm feeling myself a little hesitant with the size. Like you gotta still be, you gotta still be the same. You gotta be quick and firm and fast. Can't get sluggish and sloppy here. Not enough green on the tape. Okay. Do I let us go? What? Why is it feeling so slow, man? 65. It's struggling here, man. It's struggling. I think it's gonna go eventually. Okay, there we go. 66. See, this is why that dip at 60 was so good, because if I'm in on that dip, I can just wait and not be scalping so much here. And it's still having trouble. See, 63. Like, this is a bit of a rejection over 64, 65. A small topping wick on the 1. So do we need to come down some more? Okay, we held up. There should be an explosion soon, assuming it's able to get over 65 and hold. We should be able to get a smooth move up to 70, 73, or maybe 72. And then if we can get over high of day at 76, perhaps we can see a retest of, or let's say a test of the whole dollar, potentially. $63. $65. It's doing well. It's doing well. Is this it? 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 It might push more. Waiting. I should have been back in. Yeah, I better not miss this. Freaking heck, man. See, gosh. Fumbling these trades, man. Fumbling, brother. All good in the neighborhood, though. Trading is hard. Can't catch everything. That's cool. I'll wait patiently for the next best opportunity. It could erupt, but I don't know how likely that is. Like for like a huge move, let's say like 67 to 70, 71, 72. Probably not likely, but maybe more of a gradual push like we've been seeing. If it does jump in sense, then it'll beat my expectations, which is a good thing. So far, it's looking lovely here, healthy. And as long as we don't get a huge move down randomly, we do want to see some more buying volume though going up. We want to see some bigger green candlesticks on the volume bar down below for the 5. This candle's about to close, and we're not really pushing up in volume like those last candles coming down. So these levels here are big levels. If we can hold up, then there's a good chance 70 is coming. So I can still get an opportunity to get in if it's good. Gosh, brother. Freaking 1 cent bounce and 3 cent drop. Okay, sizing back down. Today is not the day, brother. Today is not the day. We've given back half. Time to slow it down. The dip is good though. The dip is good if we can hold up. Okay, let's bring this down. 16. We'll hang around 5K for now. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Consider subscribing. We go live every day around 9:15 a.m. streaming for about 2 hours. And yes, we are in a real account. We're in an account above the PDT level. Live trading, live streaming every day. No tricks, no gimmicks. We trade these cheaper stocks. We do take on a ton of risk, as you guys can see. Because some days these stocks, they drop like nobody's business. I blink 2 times, I look back, down 4K. Doesn't feel good, but it's a part of the deal. A part of the unwritten contract. It's looking pretty good. We're on a bit of a bear flag here on the 1 though. But in the larger time frame, we're looking pretty good still. The 63. 63.20. Is there a hidden buyer here? Okay, about to say 62.20, 62. It's coming down. 62, 62. Yep, I was late to that. 62.40, 62.48. Fair fill. What I need to do is position myself properly down here if I get the chance. 62, 61.80. Giving back, brother. Giving back. It's so hard to not give back. It's so hard to not lose. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, the red is just there to get you at every turn. That's a pretty bullish candlestick, of course. But I don't love that I'm not in and not in at the bottom. But that's okay. So perhaps I get another chance. Cancel. Perhaps I get another chance here. That was a dip. I think that was a dip. We might see a small incline here. Maybe another candle or two. But then when we get back to 65, if we do, we need to push through. And then start the uptrend again. This is enough consolidation already. This has been like 30 minutes of us just going sideways. We need to get back to retesting the highs in a new high of day. It's possible that it does come lower first. I mean, nobody knows, right? We can only speculate. Yeah. Why did I not buy? Why do I do this to myself? I saw a clear entry for like 4 seconds, which is an eternity. And I'm here thinking about if I want to go in. Type of nonsense. 5 years of trading and still doing stuff like that. It just goes to show you, there's always room to improve. Room to be better. And I will be better. Lucy is back down a bit. I want to check the other stocks too. I'm going to do a quick rotation here. We didn't pull off. There might be another chance. If we come down, I'd love to see something dramatic. That might have been a good entry. That might have been pretty good. What's the low? 6 cents. 4 cents. I would hope we won't retest the lows, but it's a possibility. That was a good entry, but we're not bouncing, not like I thought we would. If it fails, I might go back flat. But I still like it. Still think we could see the 5 minute setup, but maybe it's on the backside, right? That's always a possibility. Always a possibility. Gun. I need to get my chair. I need to regroup. This is the type of stock though I'd like to just be in and then set a stop and don't even look at it. I think that's probably a better approach here for what I'm thinking about with this 5 minute setup. Hmm. I need to look away from this. It's not good. I don't even want to look at this thing. STSS. You know what? Looking back, looking at this stock is just more discipline. More discipline towards a strategy. Just a little more discipline towards the strategy. That's all this stock is for the 5-minute setup down there. And the entry that it gave is absolutely fabulous because the risk is so low versus the previous low. Sometimes you just gotta sit down, wait, be in, set your stop, and that's just not even, not even stress. So poor performance there for me. Buying, 60, while 62 could be the low. Where did I buy? 63. It could have been the low. It's like a fair trade, but sometimes you gotta just give it a chance. Wait, let it come down, be in, and then set the stop in place. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. S SMFL, I did miss that huge move over 730 all the way to 768. FFIE, can we hold up this pullback? Or is this going to be the backside? This could be the backside if it does not hold up. Big levels here, big levels. There's a small seller, but we'll see if this holds up. It's looking like it might come down a bit. $700 to 140. Not ideal, but part of the business. Perhaps we call this a successful Thursday. Um, See, but this is the thing. Even when you feel like you could have done better, it's a good thing because you know there's room for improvement, right? You got to watch it at the from the bright side. You got to look at these things from the bright side. Smile, move forward, positive attitude, stay focused, just in case there's another beautiful stock on the way that can offer some opportunities. All right. That's what it comes down to. Staying locked in. So I'm going to start my rotation quickly. KTRA, no good. Lucy, no good. MNTS, no good. ONMD, no good. SMFL, no good. STSS, no good. So watching the scans, we'll see if something else comes up. What else do we have moving? Let me see how the YouTube stream is doing. We can run a quick poll here, see how the community is doing. Uh, Actually, there's a different way to do this without the bot. A lower low, curling up. Can't I pin this? Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm guessing not. Let's see. We got 66, 70 volts on the YouTube stream. 70 volts already. We got 45% of people green, which is really good to see. 22% red, 18% break even, 16% no trade day. For those people who had a no trade day, why was it a no trade day? Right, I'm curious. Lack of opportunities for your setup, or is it something else? Crystal ball, we're working on a budget here, man. You gotta you gotta turn up your speaker as much as you can. And I am talking pretty softly today too. It's a rainy day. Maybe my energy could be a little higher. Mm. Oh my goodness. What is the beef with trading farmer? There's no beef, at least not for me. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not even gonna get into that. We've already spoke about it before. But there's no beef. Some people though, you know, misery loves company. And that's just what it is. Some people they thrive on negativity. These people on this on like online, especially the one like in our community we've met up with a few people. We hang out in person. Like I can show you a picture of myself and Triad hanging out in South Jersey, right? But like people on the internet who like you never met in real life, they never had your cell phone number. You never had a one-on-one call really, like behind the scenes. It's like for people to be going crazy and just, I don't know what the motive is. It doesn't make any sense to me, which is why I don't even talk about it. It's just foolishness and time wastingness. In this community, it's all about love, respect, and positivity. And so every day as we come on, we will get down to business, lock in and trade. How's Relentless been doing these last few weeks? Still steadily bleeding? No, brother. We went through a successful trading rehab. We went through trading rehab. We reduced size. We focused on just trying to, get a few green days and regain confidence. And to be honest, a big part of it is just that I'm seeing more opportunities for the style of trading here that I do. Sometimes, although I'm trading very similar with guys like Marcelo, Tim, Triad, the strategy is still pretty delicate. When it comes to the mental side of things, when it comes to, how you interpret the market, because whilst the strategy is there, we all still see small things that each other might not like or might not, really look at, right? There's still small nuances. Like when it comes to, these bigger stocks, GameStops, when it comes to these cheaper stocks, right? So, and there's already, as we know, a very, small difference between being green and being red. It's a tightrope walk. The saying in the broader communities, there's a fine line, right? So trading is hard, and you can be read very easily. Another thing that I never said is that throughout that time I also spent the most money I ever spent in my life. Like, before that streak, I don't think this had anything to do with me being red, but it's something. I don't think it affected me, but again, the market was the number one thing that I was having trouble with. Weird stocks, weird price action, GameStop stuff. And then when you're red every day, your confidence can kind of come down. And you guys heard me playing that poem to my next red month, right? I put stuff like that out because ultimately you got to remind yourself of who you are. And there's traders out there who will say, hey, I have $100 million in gains, so this red day, this red streak doesn't matter. I don't like to say that. What if you've never had $100 million in gains? What are you going to say to yourself? And so that's why I always remind myself of who I am. Who are you? And what are you trying to achieve here in this market? Well, I'm a winner, and I'm trying to achieve, financial freedom, liberation, liberation from the 9 to 5. And I'm willing to work hard. I'm willing to be disciplined to achieve that. And again, deep down, I'm a winner. So I will show up and I will get back to my winning ways. Even if it's a green day of $10 every day to regain confidence, that's what I will do. So we sized down, and then we started to see a little bit of green, and then again the market, man, we just started to see some better opportunities as well for the system, the strategy, right? And so the moment the momentum is back after that first day, which was Thursday, that's the day like a few people in the Discord are up like 25K, 30K, 40K days. What was that? The 16th? I think that was the 16th. I'm going through a drawdown mentally, regardless of the momentum being hot. I'm not prepared for it. Again, it shows you how crazy and difficult trading is. But that day is what really like inspired me all over again. And it's like, yes, I went to sleep smiling. I woke up smiling, and I already knew what it was gonna be the next day. So as long as there's momentum, I feel pretty good. When there's no momentum, I want to size down and reduce risk. That way, once the momentum come back around for my style, I can be right back at all-time highs quickly and push forward again. So, show results. The Discord, 71% of people green. Nicely done. 147 votes. There's the result. 42% of people green, 30% red. Doesn't seem like we have a ton of stuff moving right now. Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing. I don't know. We got 600 people every day and 100 likes. I've tried stuff in the past, it didn't work. Where I'd like end the live stream early. Actually, it did work. We used to get to like 250. It's like if we wouldn't hit 250 likes by 10, or was it like 9, what was that, like 9:40, we just end the live stream. And people would get so mad at me, like, at the end of the day, I am giving out a ton of value here. Because if not, there's no reason 600 people would be watching every day, right? That just wouldn't make sense. So people must be finding some value, even if it's a little bit. And the thumbs up is always the thumbs up is always in the depths, in the gallows. So if you are not actively trading, be sure to hit that thumbs up. We do appreciate it. It does help us out. We've been on a nice hot streak. We've been green for 2 weeks straight, which has been good. Maybe we can continue this into next month. And the thing is about a colder market that's also encouraging is that the equal and opposite reaction has to, like there's a balance. This is just the universe. The equal and opposite reaction has to occur. And so for all the days we're struggling, there's going to be good, sweet green days, right? And this is, of course, to the winning side of things, because we're not going to lose as much because we're managing risk and we're being disciplined. So there's a good imbalance, a favorable imbalance in our favor, right? If that makes any sense. Seb, see Seb, man, Seb. Shout out to Seb on the YouTube live stream. I love your stream, RT. Thumbs up every day, and your videos too. Shout out to Seb. Shout out to Seb. Miami trip coming soon, man. Miami trip coming soon. Miami trip, we had a whole resort. We have a whole resort, an entire resort we're using. So be on the lookout for us. It's gonna be a good time. You know, after Tim Sykes made that video dissing us, we had to step up our game, so we're coming correct this time. You know, we made a video in the Vegas trip, and it was kind of just pulling some, pulling some strings at Tim, and surprising enough, he responded. He called us out. He called us out. Said, "Hey, we're in some sort of lame house, Motel 6 looking place. So we got to up our game. Rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. So we're coming correct this next trip. Point me to the Sykes video, please. I don't even know if I can find it. It's on Instagram. I should have it. I should have it somewhere. I can post the links to that stuff. Hold up. Let's see. Timmy. It's in our group chat somewhere. I don't know. It's somewhere. It's in one of these group chats. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, yep. I'll pull it up later at some point. Lucy over VWAP. I'm thinking if we should call it. $600 off the top. Not ideal, but we'll take the green and we'll run. Run with speed. Albert, don't worry, we got something in the works. Shemek, checking us out when you're finished to see how the longs are doing. Yeah, the longs did all right today, I would say. We had Lucy, small move here going up before the backside. We had OMND, a small move as well before the backside. Would have loved to have done better on this one though. SMFL, a little choppy. Only some very short opportunities going up here before an abrupt backside. This one was brutal. Shorts probably really nailed this one. STSS, not much here at all. I caught a dip. I honestly was surprised of the move, but this one was also brutal. So maybe a bit of a 50-50 day, but we did see a lot of people say they were green when we did the poll. We had about 160 votes total between the Discord and the stream. and we had about 40% or so, 40, let's say 45, because Discord had a ton of people green. I think the Discord was 70%. So let's say like 50% people green. Yeah. Yeah, about, let's say 48% of people green. And then from there, trickle down. A few break even, a few no trade days. HLTH. The YouTube chat has all pro traders. Don't take anything in the chat too seriously, man. At the end of the day, you know, this is the thing with the Discord, right? The Discord, it's a little different because you start to really get to put names behind the faces. Like we'll do virtual meetups, like with the students, with the broader community in Discord, so you get to see the person's face, right? Like I was telling them in there, like there's a guy named Anthony in the chat, right? And they sometimes try to give him smack, but they don't know this guy is an OG, right? He's there, came to a few of the virtual meetups. You know, it's the people I follow their personal. We follow each other like on our personal social medias, right? But you gotta be at these things to know people, to see people's face and see who they are and what they're doing. And so the chat room on the YouTube stream, like the YouTube chat, you gotta take it with a grain of salt because you don't really know who the person is. Anybody is anybody, and to be honest, I like to say everybody is guilty until they prove their innocence. Because there's a lot of scammers, a lot of frauds, a lot of, and you know, we've had to weed out a few people in the community throughout the years who've been pretending, who has not been transparent. That's the thing. We don't mind anybody as long as you're transparent, and of course, you know, doing the right thing, right? So it's like if you're trading in a simulator, if you're trading with smaller size, you know, just be transparent and let's be, you know, mindful, respectful, you know, people. SMFL false halt down as it's selling off here. Like we don't need people who are know-it-alls. Like you know, if you have something that's working, great. Understand that trading is still this field where you got to be mindful of call outs. You can't just tell somebody what to buy, where to buy, when to buy, when to sell. That's just not how it works. There's just way too much risk in doing that, right? So you gotta move accordingly. Even when we're doing open floor conversations, like seminar style conversations, you know, there's a lot of different trade styles. Some people are trading 3 times a day, others are trading 300 times a day. And so as the individual, if you're newer to the chat, you know, you have to understand that it's something that you have to take your time with, you know, figure out what it is that works and that works well, that suits your personality, and then you go from there. Not just, hey, XYZ bought Tesla 10,000 shares, a call option, I'm going to try to do the same. No, that's ludicrous. So when it comes to this live stream, you know, just take it with a grain of salt. Let's all be respectful. Let's all keep it classy. Nobody's an expert. For those people who are doing well, you know, great for you. For the people who are doing well in private, some people are doing amazing. I had people, I had a guy call me once. I had no reason to not believe him. Like I never heard back from him since then, right? Which to me makes sense, right, for what he was saying. But I still did take it with a grain of salt too. But you know, he kind of told me about his style of trade and what he does and where he is. You know, you'll have some conversation with some people. Some people are doing extremely well and they'll never talk, they'll never share anything. They just love to have that private style, you know. There's been big time traders who have left the community. They wanted to be more quiet, right? More on the low. So that's okay too. So we've even implemented this verification system, and it's for people who are trading in live accounts who are sharing bigger P&Ls. You have to, of course, screen share. There's a criteria that you have to go through to be able to get the badge, to at least say that you're in a live account. So we have students who have received the badge, of course, students who are working hard every day and progressing. A few of our members in the broader Discord community, and there's some others who are doing really well who don't care to have it, right? Let's just say there's a check mark, more so than a badge. How many millionaires are in the Discord? Since we've started, I think there's like 4 or 5, and 3 of them were verified. 3 of them are verified. One is left. One is left since then. He probably still watches the channel every now and again to see how we're doing. More than likely. Nobody just leaves, you know? Nobody really and truly just leaves because they're still on Twitter. They're still on all these platforms. They'll check out, even if they don't watch a recap, they'll see the thumbnail of the recap. Oh, okay, he did all right. Okay, he's struggling here, you know? Why did he leave? Why did he leave? He left because, it's interesting, like money is just this thing, right? Money doesn't really mean, you're a professional in every aspect. This guy, he was doing very well, but he honestly was a little toxic in the Discord. Just a little too much. So I have to send him a message. And after that he kind of got a little, feelings hurt kind of thing. Is it that? Is it a combination of things? Is it something else? To be honest, I don't know, and I don't really care. This community, you know, there's rules, and I'm not even I'm not above the rules. But as long as we have our core, we'll be all right. It doesn't matter who leaves. If one's myself, Marcelo, Tim, Triad, the team house guys, once we're here, it doesn't matter who else is gone, especially once I'm here. Once I'm here every day, I mean, it doesn't matter. Relentless Trader will be here always. Tomorrow, the next day, the day after that too. Next week, next month, next year. I'll be here unless it doesn't, until it doesn't make sense to be here. Until, we're all old and, we can't see anymore. And arthritis is in the fingers. We can't click the buy button. KB, there's KB, man. KB, how have you been? KB is an actual person for those of you guys who don't know, and there he is in the chat. Is this the actual KB? I think it is. Hopefully it's not a fake. KB, of course, you're welcome to join the Discord, courtesy of the community. $80 old, 80% blind, and still be trading. It is something to let's assume this stays how it is, right? There's no major regulatory changes. Trading still works in the next 60 years. You can still hyper scalp, or even if we've adjusted to different type of styles of trading, it is a question to ask yourself, like, do we retire? Because what we're doing definitely mentally could be a little stressful, but we're not really like building bridges and tunnels and working in the sewage systems and doing electrical work, kind of just pushing buttons. But I guess it comes down to just, if you're comfortable with where you are, and I guess if you're wealthy, right, and you have different streams of income, and I guess if there's no need to do it, if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to, I guess. More than likely that'll be the case for most people, right? They're well diversified. They're maybe in the enjoyment stage of life where it's just, relaxation, and yeah, I guess that makes sense. But if you love it, if you still love it, and you're very passionate about it still, and that burnout isn't really there, maybe you are a little, older and still going, right? Been trading since 1992. Will trade until the end. Making a mill and putting into a high dividend stock. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of different ways. Am I profitable? Heavy music? The answer is yes. I trade in a live account every day. I can go to single screen. Yes, I'm enough of a madman to be showing the last couple digits of my account number. And this is my all-time stats here. I could show my all-time P&L here, but to do that, I'd have to expose my entire account number to show like the balances. So I can't do that. But what I do, I upload my stats to this software called TraderView. Other than that, you can check out my hundreds of live streams that are on YouTube, documented of me doing this every day. These are the numbers right here, brother. About a $500,000. We started in May 1st of 2020. May 1st, 2020, we've been averaging 449 a day. We've been slowly improving over time. Each year we've done better than the last. This year is going to be tough to beat, but I think it's possible, if we see another hot market next year, because we can still put out more size, we can still be more disciplined. Sometimes I just hate when I keep making the same mistakes, but it happens, But you got to fight the urge. You have to fight the urge. And you also have to be able to think clearly and be able to think ahead. Sometimes you can get tunnel vision in the short term, and that can blur the bigger picture vision of these patterns. FFIE right here, back over 60, looking a little interesting. What else can we show? These are our days throughout the week. Win-loss expectation, total gains, total losses. Yes, we've lost a lot of money. This is our equity curve throughout the years. This recently our biggest drawdown. You can see this was a gradual, really up until about 2023, really. Yeah. This is interesting, because coming into this year, coming into 2023, it's like I kind of meditated and manifested. And I told myself, like, no more nonsense, like no more of the silly mistakes that I keep making. And I'm gonna put size behind it. And then we started to see this, much more of an exponential growth curve. Biggest drawdown, 9,200. Not that bad, all things considered. Our biggest green day is 26,000. Our biggest green day is 26K. We've made back the drawdown in 3 days, which is good. 3 days of solid momentum, which was really good. Win-loss versus days. You know, nobody can't say that our system does not work. The system does work, but it is hard. You know, as we know, trading is not guaranteed, but the system does work. And this is the year so far. If we come back to January 1st, this is the year so far. We can come to the details section. This is the year so far. I don't usually set goals, but I did kind of set a goal. It's like, all right, it was more so to the pace I was going, but it's like, that's okay. We'll see how things play out. We can also still see a month that's hotter than February this year, which would be interesting. This time I will not ease off like I did last time. Last time I did take it kind of easy. I was getting headaches through all that time too. Needed to move away from the screen on some of those days, but sometimes you just gotta take some Tylenol and push through. Take some Tylenol and push through. The drawdown in 2020. By the way, FFIE is back at 63 cents over the VWAP. Not a bad move, 3-4 cents right there. The drawdown in 2020. The drawdown in 2020, man, this was a brutal drawdown. Starting off the year, May 1st, the summer months were pretty hot. I made about 17,000 between May and July, maybe even August. We can look at it. Let's see, 2020, May. Or I guess we can just do January, right? January 1 to 2020. We're gonna go to August, and then we're gonna watch it September onwards. Yeah, I made about 17,000. I remember this stuff like it was yesterday, man. I made 17,000. You know, I was off to a great start. You know, from the sim, and this was just even more confirmation that, man, you know, my strategy, my system, everything is working. And you can see a measly 56,000 shares of volume a day equated to $192. This is actually pretty, like, it's actually pretty impressive. The way how I imported my stats, I wasn't splitting the trades per execution. So the whole time here looks different, but it's still the same strategy of quick trades. Okay, FFIE at 65, and it is looking good. Strong move. Yeah, so this was a good, you know, calendar. This is a good, you know, start for me, right? This is a great start. And then these are trades from E-Trade, the 13th. These are some trades from E-Trade that I took in my other account. I think I had like 15,000 in E-Trade. So I started sending money over, something like that. But anyhow, let's come over to the back half of this year. From August, or let's do September. August, did we do to August? Yeah, we did to July. So let's do the August first to the end of the year. August to December, no money. So, you know, when you see me going through a drawdown now of like a 2 week drawdown, a 1 week drawdown, a big red day, it honestly, it's nothing in comparison. And this didn't end until February of the next year. So that's about 6 months of sideways. And back here, I wasn't as good of as a trader as I am now. Back here, I would never buy dips. I never bought a single dip. I bought breakout trades only. This is back in 2020. And shout out to Troy. I don't know if he's watching on, but there's a guy named Troy who trades. He's from Dallas. Troy messaged me a day like 10 times. Not a day, like over the course of weeks, like 10, 15 times. Sending a message every day until he would get on to me. And, you know, at first I'm like, who the heck is this guy? And, you know, I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea who he is, what his intentions are. I'm not even going to respond. So I'm just ignoring the messages until one day I said, you know what, man? Let me just see what this guy is saying. And we had like a 2 or 3 hour conversation that day on the phone, like through Instagram. And he was telling me why buying the dips is important and why I should be doing it. So he's been in the Discord before. He still trades. He does what is he, like a project manager, like in, like, you know, design architectural stuff. Cool guy, man. Really good guy. Yeah, when I go down there, I gotta check him out. But anyhows, you know, he reaches out to me. We have this talk, and he shows me charts. Like we went through charts and all these things, right? Like areas that he would look for, and he loved using the 9 EMA and the 20. What was it, like the 21? One of these things. 20. I have them on E-Trade to this day. Hold up. This is why I have these. This is why I have these EMAs. It's still, you know, the 9 EMA, the 21 moving average. We kind of were looking at charts with these, and, you know, like watching at the bouncy areas. So you know, I started implementing dips into it, and that did help me out, you know, over time. So back here, I wasn't as versed as a trader. So, you know, being a little bit more one-dimensional wasn't great. Only trading breakouts. The breakouts sucked. They would go up 5 cents, flush down 15 cents. But the dips off of those bounces was working. And so, you know, it was a long process. It was a long process, man. Because if we extend this to January, you know, we finally were getting green. And then February, we had an amazing February. That February was amazing. So if we go to the calendar, December, back in this week, I think my account was exposed. Something like that. So I had to switch my account number. I was green every day 2 of that week. But yeah, August, September, October was the most brutal month. As you can see, this is me. 4 green days. This is not anybody else that was trading here. This was me. And back here, a $500 day is like a huge red day. $1,000 day, devastating. Now if I have these losses, it's like whatever. But back then, like this is before. This is like before inflation, so money was like, you know, way more. This is brutal, man. The feelings that you go throughout this type of stuff is no joke. But you got to remind yourself of who you are. You know, you got to remind yourself that trading is not easy. We don't expect it to be easy. But if we can continue to make the adjustments and size down, we can see improvement. And this is when I learned that ego and pride in the wrong mindset does not work in the market. Right here, I took a few days off, and then right here I came back, and this day right here, I think it was the 21st. I think this day is the day where I said, there's no way Relentless Trader, can't have a green day. Came back in with size and got destroyed. I think that was this day. What month is this? October? I had a month in the simulator that was bad too. I don't know which one is worse, but you know, these are all learning lessons. But this day, I think it was this day, I learned to never have that type of ego to say, Relentless Trader, you know, against all odds, can come in and still be green. Like, I learned not to do that. Like, this day was a humbling day. Man, you can't be arrogant at all, or the market is going to be there waiting for you. So you can see the adjustment here, right? Small size and actually sticking to small size. This is October 26th, coming into December, or November, actually coming into November. You can see, you know, small, look at the size, right? Look at the share size here. Look at the share size, small size, small size. You know, I had a bigger green day, you know, felt a little good. And so you have to, and this is the process, right? I had a bigger green day with small size, felt good, sized up, and then watch next week, right back to bigger red. So size back down, right? The 19th, small size, small size. It's like the same thing even now when this is happening. It's the same process. You know, small size, small size. I'm not sure if this was a holiday or what. You know, well, yeah, Thanksgiving. Coming into December. We had a bigger red day here. And sometimes this is, so when I tell people, you know, every time I would size up, you know, it seems like you would get a big red day. Like, I'm not just saying this stuff, you know, to be funny. Like, this is what was happening. You know, I take this bigger red day, and it's like, okay, small size. You're just trying to build some sort of consistency. You know, stringing together green days consecutively, and gradually increase the size. And so, you know, we're trying, but every time we tried, we get knocked back down. And so you fall down 6, you get back up 7, and you just keep trying. You just keep trying. You know, 2 green days here, feeling a little bit better, green week. You know, and what's interesting is that throughout all this time, there's so many people. There's so many people who are just looking at you like, look at this guy. Look at him wasting his time. You know, but they don't understand the vision, right? And it's why you don't care about what you don't, when you're starting a business, right? Whether it's people online, people in person, you only you can see, only you can see it. Like, nobody else can't see what you can see. So back here, you'd have people, yeah, look at this guy, like, look at him wasting his time, like, you know, to lose $100 in a week. That's the type of stuff. But it's like, okay, it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood, because I already know with the consistency, you know, I can size back up over time. You know, you go to school, you tell your friends in college, yeah, man, I made $80 this week. People looking at you like you're crazy. Mm-mm-mm. The risk is real, though. The risk is for sure real. Coming into the new year, you know, the new year is kind of interesting because it could be good in the sense of like a New Year's resolution. But what we have to try to do as traders and as people who are trying to strive for greatness is to have a new, like, you know, have a New Year's resolution today. Like, if you need to like make changes now, don't wait for the new year. Like, do it today. You know, today is the next best day, the next best time. If you want to start going to the gym, if you want to, you know, whatever it is, the million and one different things that people out there go through and can and have to deal with, today is the best day. You know, there's no time like today. The best time to grow a tree is right now. Because we're seeing these trees and they all look big and tall. You know, they've been growing for years, but today's the best day. So coming into the new year, we, momentum is always a part of it. Like the breakout started to work a little bit better again. You know, we kept studying, we kept pushing. You know, we had a good February. I mean, February, I think I had 1 or 2 red days. I might have been red on like the 19th or the 18th. But this was an amazing, amazing month. This February here is like the equivalent of the February we had this year. December of 2019 was like this too, where breakouts were just like mooning. So we had March. You know, this is slow and steady progress. No. There's no way this is right. Is this skewed? Is this, or is this, oh no, this is this year. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh man. I'm like, what? There's no way. Coming back to 2021, March. I mean, you see the difference though? I mean, it was the $40,000, $30,000 month versus a $3,000 month. Good consistency here, you know, steady. Red days to a minimum. A beautiful March, 4,200. And back in these days, this is 2021. You know, I guess pandemic was kind of going on, but like this is good money. I mean, even today, for a lot of people, like a $5,000 salary for a month is like, is something, you know, 60K a year. In some coastal states, it might not be a lot, but like in some of the Midwest and certain states, it's still something. A lot of people in the coastal states are making that kind of money, and they're getting by, you know. But trading has definitely changed my perspective on money. You know, it's like you talking to Marcelo and he's telling us like when he goes to the grocery store, it's like he doesn't even look at it. He doesn't look at the receipt anymore. It's like not that you're just looking to spend wildly and uncontrollably or anything like that, but for the necessities. Okay, I know that I buy eggs, I buy, orange juice, milk. You know, back in the day, you're doing the regular job, you're checking the receipt to see the price. Now you just go and you just pay for that stuff that you usually get. You don't even care what it is. You know, it's like a scratch trade in the spreads. It's insane. You know, it's like you feel a little free. You do feel a little free when you start to really become consistent. And back here, I'm working at Amazon. I wasn't just, trading only. So I still working at Amazon 60 hours a week. Back then, I didn't have any course or anything, no students. So I'm working 60 hours a week at Amazon. And I'm an advocate for doing multiple streams, right? Multiple streams of income. So even back here, like I was starting to see some sort of money. You know, you make 4,000 trading, you're working crazy overtime, you make another like 4,000 at Amazon or 3,000. You know, just like that, you made 6, 7, 8,000 in a month. Back, and it's like, it's a good amount of money. April, how did we do? 2,000. You know, not as good. A few more red days, but all in all, decent. May, 1,800. You know, these small months added up. A few red days, smaller green days, but ending green. June. June was a good month, 6,400. June 2021. 6 red days. Week 1, very strong. Oh man, what stock was this? This was a stock that LEDS. LEDS. Can it show the chart? Oh, crap. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, it does. This stock went crazy, man. What was the pre-market high? 18. This thing went from 18. I remember this recap. I think this recap I had on that brown hat. I had on a brown hat when I did this recap. To $28. If this stock here comes today, I think we could do 100K days. Like the mentors in the Discord, the team house people, some of the students probably too. The reason why this stock was so good was because the spreads were tight, and it's like a $3 stock that's giving breakouts over and over and over. The price action was linear. Like it just so smooth. So like if you're putting, I did this with 500 shares, man. I did this at I think I went up to 700 twice. 400. Look at look at this. For all this stuff is like 300 because I'm in and out, so it's it's showing 6. 300 shares, 400 shares, and I went up to 700 shares twice right here. For me back then, 700 shares. Oh no, more than twice, a couple times here. 700 shares was big size, Can you imagine? 700 shares for me back here was big size. Now it would be 7,000 shares in this area. That was a beautiful day, man. In June. That really made the month. So even back then, you see that one really solid day can really help out with having a good month. July, not too bad. A few red days, ended green. But that's how we kind of came out of the drawdown. Slowly and steadily. August, September. Few red days, five red days. So when I tell you guys, okay, man, it's been a long time since I had 4 red days in a row. This happened to me a couple times. This was 5 red days straight in September 2021. Of course, October, it's more obvious that we're just struggling. But here, it's like despite being fairly green, a ton of red days coming in. October, decent month, red days. Oh, 2 bigger red days, 800 right here. So we got destroyed on this day. What stock was this? JSPR. Brutalized. JSPR. Brutalized. That was October. One nice day on the 22nd. And starting to see a few more $1,000 days. This is 3 within 4 days, which is pretty impressive. November. Not really seeing a ton of big green days, but just consistency. 5,700. It's crazy that today this is one day, This is one day now on a good day, like a solid day. The time does make a difference, man. It doesn't seem like it right away, but if you're slowly pushing through every day, slowly pushing through. Another hot, area here these 2 days. PPSI. ISIG. PPSI, I think we've seen recently, a couple weeks ago. A couple halts going up. Pre-market high. Pre-market volume was light. Looks like it really started into the open. High of 1084. Big pullback though, all the way down to 960. But then once it got over the high, on this like red to green, it just took off in this area here. And this stuff is coming around again soon. We'll be here. We'll be waiting. Should be fun. December 2021. 46. Bigger red day here. But you can see a couple $1,000. I think I remember this day. This day I took a poor setup. That's why I ended red. I took a loss on I think the stock was halted. Am I right? Yeah, I think ISIG. This thing was halted up initially. This is such a terrible trade, man. The 5-minute candlestick was not good. It was halted up, it opened up, resumed higher, sold off a little bit, and then we consolidated. And I got caught. Where did I get caught? I think I got caught on this candlestick here with size. One trade really. Or was this the trade? Maybe this was the trade. I don't know. I just know I got caught buying with size. But you know, back here I was trying to size up. Yeah, I think that had to have been the trade. 800 shares, instant dollar share loss. You know, it's so interesting how I remembered stuff though. I remember that recap too, when I was saying like I don't know why, you know, I was so aggressive in that area. But those are all the necessary mistakes you got to make to improve, you know. 2023, a much better year. 4 red days in a row here, October 2023. This is one. October and March of last year was very difficult months. So I've seen this stuff before so many times. Like March, we had the banking crisis. We were able to end green a fair amount of the days, but just we didn't do a good job trading stocks like FRC, and you know, Silicon Valley. Well, I forget the symbols, but I needed to be more aggressive on those stocks. Like looking at them, it's like, hey, they're not small caps. I don't want to get involved, and before you know it, I'm not being aggressive. But October is the month that I really struggled last year. Starting off red, putting myself in a bit of a hole, and you know, the rest of the month, you know, just spent trying to get back, and just inconsistency. A nice beautiful day, a good stretch right here from the 12th to the 17th, but then, you know, we're seeing some of those red days again. So grateful to end the month like this green, of course, but you know, days like this I need to go back and watch. I can't remember these two. Like, I need to go back and watch these types of recaps to see the recap and the live stream, which I have. I got to go back and watch to see what I could have done better now, being that I have a little bit more experience. Maybe these 2 days could have been avoided. So let me write that down for this weekend. October 2023, the 4th and 5th. Maybe we can just make a video out of it, so I can go back and cringe and watch the nonsense. That's how it feels when I go back and watch videos. It's hard to watch sometimes. When I go back and watch videos from 2020, my heart aches because of all the trades I'm not taking that I see. Let me grab this book. But this is what you got to do to become better. You know, areas like this, you got to write it down. You got to go back, investigate. Maybe I can learn something that can help me out in the future, even if it's one small thing. 3rd and 4th. Study and review. These are more manageable days. I think we had a much better November. The $10,000 days, I mean, you fly, it boosts you up so fast. But it's good if you can grind out on smaller numbers, it's great. But when you do connect on these type of days like this 5,000, the 6th right here, November 6th, November 27th, November 30th. Like these, and look, this came in after hours or power hour. Power hour momentum, saving the day, tripling the day. 3,000, 2,000. These, they definitely add up. And then I think December we had a good year, good month to end the year. When did I increase size? I think size came in I think August, or no. I think August 2022 was, I think, the first month. Like this was I think this right here, I still want to say this was the hottest month I've ever seen ever, all time. February this year was good, but this month right here, man, we all had personal record months back in this time. The thing that made this market special is that you could trade from like 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. The after hour and let's just say extended hour opportunity was just as strong as the intraday opportunity, and it was steady. There were people who would start trading at 4 and not move till 8. There were people doing that in this month. Like, we're in the chat room talking on the calls and people are doing this. This month, I didn't see anything like this month ever. This month was something serious, man. And this was by far the big, let's see, 2022, I think that's the biggest month by far back then. 2022, January 1st. This had to have been the biggest month by a good margin. How do you check this? Detailed. Day of the week. 8/8/8/11. And we lost a lot of money in this month because there was a lot of like the volatility was insane. So like I'd start red, like let's just click on some random days here. You'd start red sometimes if you get caught, and then get back green. Okay, this one not too volatile. Let's see. There is some crazy stuff, man. Green 200, red back to green. $600, well, 500, red 500 back to green. A lot of days were like this, if I can remember correctly. Red 300, not too much there. Okay, maybe my memory's off, perhaps. But trading is already so difficult, it's risky. And when there's a lot of volatility, you can, you can find yourself getting in trouble before you kind of get to where you need to be. This one, green 900 to red. It's like, it was a lot of like roller coaster stocks, like aggression out of nowhere. Like, it's like all the algos in the market were just pumping, man. Everything was just moving, flying. A stock hit the high of day scan, there's enough volume for you to trade it. It's moving up aggressively. Looks like I had a hard time that day, the 16th. But this was a great month, man. I still think maybe the best month ever. But anyhow, it's time to get out of here. It's 11:40. I'm gonna shut it down. This month, man. This month I traded with a vengeance. Time goes so quickly. Time flies, man. Time is just, in fact, it needs to slow down just a little bit because it's kind of crazy. At this rate, I'm gonna be 50 years old in what's gonna feel like 5 years. "50 years old in like 5 years." Now we just gotta keep pushing forward, man. We just gotta keep our foot on the gas. We gotta just try to be better, follow our rules, be disciplined, stay patient, stay focused, stay locked in. The hotter momentum is yet to come. The best days are yet to come. We're gonna see better momentum. The struggles from the 8 to the 15th. Let's look at our stats between that time frame, and then I'll be out of here. April 8th to the 15th. Brutal momentum here. Brutal struggles were real. Sometimes this is how it is, you know. Absolutely rough. The good thing about April is that once it slowed down and I noticed it, I wasn't risking a lot. It's just sideways, treading water. And then the momentum got hot early May. But it's like the way how it was moving just would not work for me. The instant teleportations and the bids dropping out and the volatility was just a little too excessive. And, you know, we did a good job slowing it down, all things considered. We waited patiently. We had, you know, the most red days here in a long time. Win-loss versus days, you know, 12 and 16. Brutal. But the key was keeping the losers small. Keeping the losers small so that once things do pick back up, which was from the 16th onwards, you know, we can get ourselves right back on track. And, you know, right back to where we need to be. So we got to import for the rest of the month. But you know, it's been a good stretch here. Now if we can end the day off tomorrow green, it'll be a good recovery and a good red to green, all things considered. Not the prettiest, but profits nevertheless. And the profits on this month is, you know, what a great month was 2 years ago. So I'll take the victory and I'll smile and I'll look forward to a great June. So this is where I'm going to shut it down, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I'm going to shut it down. I don't want to ruin the monthly recap, so that's why I'm not showing the gain yet. But I'll show you guys. That recap will be out on Saturday of this week. Saturday. The accuracy from the 16th onwards has been much better. It's been some of our best trading really in a long time. So hopefully we can see better opportunities in June. And if we do, I will be aggressive. I want to push myself to new levels. I want to push myself to levels I haven't seen before. And you guys heard a little bit of that today with me on FFIE. But you know, sometimes you size up and then you give back or you go red. It's just, you know, the trades that you're taking carries that much more weight, and so you need to be accurate. If you're not, then you end up, you know, giving back. So, but on $10 to $15 stocks, you know, can I use 10,000 shares? There's going to be an insane amount of risk, but I think we've been more ready than we've ever been before. So the moment we start to see our usual price action, our usual stocks, linear momentum, good upside range, limited downside risk, you know, and we can stay consistent day over day throughout the weeks, you know, we're going to see what we can't do. Can we get 100K in a day? You know, these are the type of things that I sit down and I daydream about. Not that I'm looking for a home run necessarily, but you know, when the stars align and we get the right circumstance, can we push ourselves to new limits, to new heights? We need to expand the ceiling once more. And once the market gives the opportunity, we'll be waiting, we'll be ready. So, enough talking, enough ranting. That was like an hour rant. Still got a couple people here. The real MVPs are still around. I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you in the recap tomorrow again, bright and early at 9:15 a.m. Stay safe, stay green. I'll catch you guys next time. Check out those links down below, by the way, for Momo Pro, the chat room, and the course. All right, stay safe.